When was the last time you did something unexpected? When I was 24 years old, I was exactly looking for these moments. I wanted to explore new things for myself that would expand my personal horizons and take me out of my comfort zone. That's why I ended up in Africa. Without any real plan, I decided to backpack the continent because I was really curious to learn more about various countries and all their different people, cultures, and traditions. I captured many beautiful moments during my trip, but also moments that for me were completely unfamiliar. One in particular stands out, and I'd like to tell you more about it and take you with me on that journey. In Tanzania, I passed by a Maasai village, just as the warriors were coming back from a successful lion hunt. There was a lot of singing and dancing going on. I wanted to have a closer look and immediately got involved in a jumping contest. Many of you are now thinking, what the heck is a jumping contest? To give you an idea, the Swiss national sport is Schwingen, and jumping is the national sport of the Maasai. In these jumping competitions, Maasai warriors compete against each other to prove their height of their jumps, but also to demonstrate their sense of grace. The rules are simple. Two opponents face each other, and the Maasai start singing. They give a signal in a constant rhythm, and on the third signal, they have to jump as high as they can. The person who jumps the highest wins, and the winner was fairly chosen by the chief. Of course, they didn't think that I'm a real opponent, and that's why they made a lot of jokes about me. So they offered me a reward if I could win. It was either a Maasai woman or a cow. Before I go on, I'd like to tell you 2 facts about Maasai culture back then. Fact 1. Their belief is that all the cows in the world belong to them, so all other owners must be thieves. The Maasai reserve the right to take the cows back by force or even by killing. Fact 2. At the wedding, the groom is expected to pay a bride price. The bride price is fixed at 25 cattle, 23 cows, and 2 bulls. Of course, neither the Maasai nor I believed that I had any chance of winning in their national sport, because that would be like a Maasai defeating our king of Schwingen. Realistic? That's why both of us didn't take the offer seriously. Otherwise, after hearing these 2 facts, I would have noticed how the rope around my neck was slowly but surely tightening. Back to the jumping contest. Since there were rain showers in the morning, my opponent got stuck in the mud. That's why I had a huge advantage with my running shoes, something I completely underestimated. Unbelievably, I won the first round. Along with the warriors, who can jump the highest, special consideration is given to the warriors who shoots a spear first into a lion during a joint lion kill. These receive a special headdress made from the mane of the lion. Now, guess who my second opponent was? That's right, it was the lion killer. So maybe you understand why it felt to me like before a boxing match. I met my opponent in the middle of the ring. We looked deeply into each other's eyes. The tension was massive. The sun burned down on my skin. I was drenched in sweat. The Maasai started singing. The first signal came. I was ready. I was really ready. Followed by the second signal. And exactly at the third signal, My counterpart screamed so loud that I missed the jump, and the winner was, of course, the lion killer. Did I expect a man who killed a lion with just a spear to win a jumping contest with such a cowardly move? No, not really. But honestly, I'm glad he did. Since my performance was not too bad, I was invited to spend some more time and eat with them at the Maasai village. As I started to think about the menu, my head began to spin rapidly. Please, something vegetarian. Please. Of course, my wish was not granted. On the menu was fresh cow's milk with a nice shot of cow's blood. To make it perfectly clear, starter, main course, and dessert, all in one. Directly milked, lukewarm cow's milk with a delicious, metallic-tasting shot of cow's blood. To get the cow's blood, the cow's head is held and an arrow is used to score the swollen jugular vein. Granted, not fatal, but still an unusual way to prepare food. Afterwards, the cow is bandaged and they live on, of course, till the next arrow comes. Would I have had this experience if I had known the Maasai menu in advance? Nowadays, everyone knows about everything before it even starts. People search online or in social media what they would like to eat at the restaurant, look at pictures of the food and the place, and of course, the reviews and comments. In this case, I'm 100% sure by the milk with fresh cow's blood, I would have chickened out even in a Michelin star restaurant. But was it one of my most memorable meals? I can definitely answer, yes, it was. So, my lesson learned from this is clear. Being open to new things sometimes brings surprises that stay with us for a lifetime. Once we got back to the campfire, I learned a lot about Maasai culture. During a conversation with Ismail is the guy on the left side of the picture. Out of the blue, he said, "Stefan, you are such a lucky guy. You are much closer to your God." I was perplexed. Why do you think that? I have heard that a white man had been on the moon. Is that true? Yes, it's true. Now you see, Stefan, that is exactly why you're much closer to your God. I wanted to explain him how the moon landing really went down, but he was not interested in it at all. He directly switched the subject to how far away Switzerland is. How many cows are living in Switzerland? Are they healthy? Are they protected by arms? And so on and on. Ismail was satisfied with the answer. Yes, a white man had been on the moon. That was all he was interested in, because it wouldn't have helped him to know more about it. But his real focus were on the cows, because the cows are one of the most important things in the Maasai culture and to survive. My curiosity has always been driven by discovering, experiencing, learning new things, by trying to solve a problem, or to know my own limits by means of challenges or drills. Up to this point, I was really never directly confronted with curiosity from the standpoint of survival. So I was fascinated by the fact that Ismail didn't got distracted by the moon landing and immediately put his specific curiosity, his survival instinct, right into action and wanted to know every single detail about cows in Switzerland. Curiosity arises for various reasons. and it's one of the most beautiful gifts of being human. It helps us to be open to new things, to learn, to grow, to make new friends. It makes us to question the world around us, and it makes us even more innovative. Little children see the world with big eyes. They are not afraid to make mistakes because they are too young to judge and evaluate. They have no preconceptions and they are unbiased. Everything in the world seems new and interesting. As we grow older, the fear of doing something wrong or asking the wrong things grows because we often hear, "Don't do this, don't do that." Stop asking those questions. The result is, as adults, we have simply forgotten to be curious. It has largely disappeared from our behavior, and we lose self-confidence in it. We live in a digital age, and I'm sure you have all noticed that the world around us is changing much faster today than it used to. Many of the skills we have learned in recent years are already obsolete. New hard skills like blockchain, machine learning, robotic process automation are now in demand. Tasks are becoming increasingly automated. This means for workers, they need to be retrained and upskilled for a significant extent over the next coming years. And this is exactly where we need curiosity, because it is one of the most important drivers of learning. Once we have awakened our curiosity, it is important to put it directly into action. The more we try, of course, the more we fail, but the more we learn. And suddenly, things become achievable, and in turn, we gain self-confidence. The new confidence, coupled with curiosity, takes away the fear of the unknown, and sometimes even let us allow to experience the unexpected. It's often these unexpected moments that brings us joy, because we were expecting something, but instead, something completely different happened. So, my travel experience always reminds me not to be afraid of missing out on something, but to stay curious, because it helps us to be open to new things, to learn, to grow, to innovate. And it's one of the most important drivers we need in this fast-paced digital world. Always leave a little room for the unexpected. Whether it's a new idea, a new solution, or a personal adventure. Now, look in the mirror and figure it out for yourself. But always remember, if you do nothing unexpected happens. Thank you.